Okay. Um. Right, where was I at? Ignorant, spiteful. Pretty much already covered that. Mm. I guess I'll just start the rant part. Well, as far as my personal thoughts, um, I've been looking at a lot of forums, just to see people's insight on into NaruSaku, NaruHina, whatever, and I found out a couple of things actually. How, like I said, ignorant NaruHina fans can be, how spiteful NaruSaku fans can be. And then I realized that a lot of your guys' argument, NaruSaku fans in general, is based on assumption. That's not a knock at you guys, because NaruHina is somewhat the same way, but you guys are doing it for both, kind of. NaruHina fans are assuming that Naruto will return Hinata's feelings. I am assuming, but I do not think he is obligated to. Alright? Because, like I said, I agree, he's hardly talked to her. That's why I'm hoping for a get to know you thing. But whatever, already explained in the first video. But assumption, meaning like, it's not once been clearly put that Sakura harbors feelings for Naruto in a romantic light. You guys are assuming that she's been growing these feelings, like she's had these growing feelings for Naruto throughout the chapters in a romantic way, and not just a normal bond. I don't know if you guys ever had any friends that were the opposite sex, but it kind of works like that. I mean, you treat them differently. Doesn't mean you love them or have feelings for them, you just treat them differently. I would talk to my guy friends differently than I would to my lady friends. That's just how that works. But I've just, and maybe she has, but it's just the horribly crude assumptions that are made that are just like, to be so sure that Sakura has completely dropped her feelings for Sasuke, which is another thing. You guys are so firm in the idea, you're like, no, it shows. It has shown in the chapters that she has dropped her feelings for Sasuke. Really? Okay, I mean, I'd like to see it, like the chapter, where I want to be able to clearly see that happen. I mean, if you guys are going to be so firm about NaruHina, you wanted to see Hinata confess before you thought it was any more than admiration. You want to, well, I don't know if you want to see Naruto accept it, but that's what it take before you got, or at least you're thinking, whatever, it doesn't matter, but yeah, I want to see that. I want to see, you guys had to see it to believe it. I want to see it now. I want to see Sakura clearly, in some way, maybe not too clear, but just obvious, like an obvious way, like anybody could look at it new to Naruto and be like, oh, okay, she's starting to like the blonde kid, or oh, she totally dropped her feelings for that crazy emo kid, whatever, It's just that's what I want to see before I honestly take that, or maybe or Sakura clearly states her feelings in the next coming chapters, 463. And then the main ex-main argument, I always figured that so bad. Like, for that to even be considered a point is just lame. You're like, if all else fails, that's like your trump, guys. You're like, oh, well, their main character's going to end together. Not all of you, but some of you are so sure that that's the reason that they're going to end up together, which irritates me greatly. I mean, that's almost as bad as, for you guys, it'd be the equivalent of a NaruHina fan saying, Naruto is definitely going to go out with Hinata because she had confessed. It's like, doesn't that get you guys a little bit burned up? Well, that's how I feel about the main ex-main thing. Whatever. I honestly don't think, again, bird walking, kind of going off from that, but I honestly don't think that Sakura's going to talk about feelings, and if she does, it's going to be very minor. I honestly think that she is going to turn him down, considering he actually still feels that way about her. I mean, think about it. This was Sai's conclusion of Naruto's feelings months ago, and his assumption that he's kept these feelings as of a couple chapters ago when he took that beating. It's just, I'm not undermining the significance that all of that was brought up now. I'm just saying, I honestly think she's going to turn him down and say something about her not deserving him in a real angsty type of thing. And that she is going to say give up on the promise. Do I think Naruto's going to do that? No. But I do think that she's going to say something about that, like, he's done enough. Let her, possibly the Genin, or the Rookie 9, I think it was, all of them guys, and her go get Sasuke for him. Like, he's done enough. It's like, it wasn't enough that he saved Konoha 2 times. He's got to friggin' go get Sasuke too. It's just, there's that. So that's honestly how I think that's going down. I really want to hear what you guys think is going to go down. Try not to get too fan fiction with me, and don't be like, she's going to admit her love to him finally, and they're going to start kissing. It's like, that's just lame. Be serious. And if all else, and if anything else, if it's not just for that, I think Kishi is giving ante to both sides. Like, he doesn't want to lose any money. Like, he gave every NaruHina fan what they were looking for a confession. Well, most of what they were looking for. No reply. And now he's doing so for, and remember that? Remember after 437? NaruHina fans were in elation. It was like, yes, NaruHina is canon. Not really. No. Yeah, but still, even NaruSaku fans thought that. You go to H&E, and they were like, oh my god, NaruHina's canon. All hope is lost. And then 20 chapters later, they're like, NaruSaku is canon. Yes. And now NaruHina fans are like, oh, crap. Guys, it's over. I honestly think he just doesn't want to lose any money. He doesn't want to lose any fan base. Why do you think he hasn't given a reply on either side yet? You know what I mean? NaruHina, I love you. Nothing happens. He says nothing. He's just in total shock. And then she gets stabbed. He snaps. No reply. Hasn't thought about her yet. Probably for a good reason. Because he doesn't want to give her a reply. Or at least Kishimoto doesn't want to give out that information yet. I wouldn't be surprised if out of nowhere, next coming chapters, that there's a flashback for whatever reason to Hinata and Naruto talking, which I really hope happens, just because NaruSaku fans are irritating the crap out of me, saying, he hasn't thought of her since then, which is kind of jacked since he hasn't thought about Sakura either. So, but, it's just, I really hope that doesn't happen. I hope that does kind of happen. But like I said, I think he's giving it to both sides, He's like, NaruHina fans really raised them. Now NaruHina fans really want to see what happens next with NaruHina, so they're buying the copies. And NaruSaku fans really want to see what happens next, so they're buying the copies. Everybody wants their pairing to become canon. So how did he set it up? Make you buy the next chapter. How was the best way to do that? Make a love triangle. Best way. I don't think he wants to make a canon pairing too quickly, because then he's going to lose some fan base, lose some money. See? Yeah. But, yeah, tell me what you think of that, alright? It's a pretty big one. Sorry about that. Alright, guys. Well, you know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe for more insight to the chapters on my behalf. Much love, guys. Later.